This is big breaking emergency news. This is the current scene that's happening right now in Texas and Louisiana. This is not good. This is a very bad sign, and over 1 million people right now and rising. It was 1 million people just a couple hours ago. Now it's 1.1 million people, almost 1.2, right? It's rising, and the actual systems have gone offline, right? The power outage reporting systems in Texas and Houston area have gone offline because so many people are reporting it. So the numbers are probably actually much higher. And look at this damage. These are the pylons. These are the power line towers that carry the lines all throughout Houston and Texas, and they are destroyed. They've been completely destroyed, these transmission towers. This is insane. I've never seen this happen before. I've never seen this. And Texas is under extreme wind and weather warnings right now. Same thing with Louisiana. And the system is actually moving to the east right now. So it's going to hit Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina. They're already having power outages as well. You can see right here, look at this, guys. This is not good. 900,000 people in Texas alone. That number is probably much higher because they took the systems offline for some of the major providers in Texas because their systems were crashing because so many people were reporting. 200,000 plus in Louisiana. All right, 10,000 in Mississippi, 12,000 in North Carolina. This is not good. And this is in the middle of the night. People's power is out. This is why it's critical to have a generator, guys. I'm always harping on it. People are always making jokes about it. Pat's telling everyone to fill up their tanks again. All right, Pat's telling people to get their gas tanks filled and get their water tanks filled. And this is why. This is why right here. There's a generator right here. All right, my generator, I've shown you guys 100 times. I'll post a little clip for you guys for it. Post a little picture here for you guys so you can see it's sitting right here. All right, because this is critical. This is critical. And this is what's happening. This is not going to be fixed. This is going to be out for, I don't know, potentially months. With the way our infrastructure is repaired in this country, this is not good. The Francis Scott Key Bridge for the Baltimore Harbor is still shut down and won't be open till the end of May. So how long is it going to take to repair this? This does not look good, guys. This is a very bad sign. You can see here, here's some more damage. It looks like multiple tornadoes went through the Houston area, and this building here, this restaurant or whatever, was completely destroyed. All right, this is in downtown Houston. This is insane that this is going on. And you can see here these pylons, these transmission towers are just wrecked, destroyed. All right, so this is not going to be fixed overnight, and people in Houston could potentially have power out for months. All right, at least certain areas. And I know that sounds scary, but I'm telling you, I have been through dozens of hurricanes down in Florida, okay? And this was probably 20 years ago now, right? Almost 20 years ago, 15 to 20 years ago now, where our power was out for 2 weeks straight. It was just out. And our neighbors, after a week or so across the street, they got their power on. All right, so literally across the street, right across the street, we walked across the street, we ended up storing our food and stuff in our neighbor's fridge across the street so we could at least have some food to cook, all right, because they got their power on a week earlier than us, and then we were still sitting over here for a whole nother week with our power off. I'm telling you guys, it could take a long time. I've sat without powers for over 2 weeks, and it got so bad, it was so hot and so nasty and humid that we had to go to a hotel, right? Our family had to go to a hotel, and this could happen now, okay? And the hotel might not have power. This might be widespread with this type of damage, all right? And everyone's going to be trying to go to a hotel. Everyone's going to be trying to get power. This is not a good sign, all right? And we didn't have a generator then, right? We did not have a generator for this power outage, so we were just struggling the whole time. You get to the point where you're just like playing board games and stuff. You get so bored after 2 weeks of not having power. It's really a different world, all right? And especially now, that was really before, we had internet, but now everything's connected to it. Everything in our world's connected to it, and our phones, our banking, everything, all right? So make sure you guys have your stuff charged up, your phones charged up, your battery banks, your gas tanks full, all right? Pray for Texas right now. This does not look good. And Louisiana right now, they got hit really hard, and especially Texas. This is not going to be repaired overnight, all right? And the damage in the morning, this is hitting tonight, all right? So this video is being recorded late at night, and this damage hit right before sunset, right? So it's getting dark, and these storms hit, and look at this. All these houses over here, you can see there's houses right behind these transmission towers. They're probably out, probably have no power. And check this out, guys, all right? This is something that Texas has as well. They have a weather modification program, okay? This is a real program. This is a texas.gov website, all right? This is the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, okay? And you can see here they have a weather modification page. It says weather modification and control means changing, controlling, or attempting to change or control the natural development of atmospheric cloud forms or precipitation forms that occur in the troposphere by artificial methods. Right? Official Texas website. This is insane. And it says, how does cloud seeding work? Where is cloud seeding being done in Texas? How successful is cloud seeding? These winds were over 115 miles per hour. These were hurricane force winds. And these wind records keep getting broken, right? We normally have high winds in certain areas, but it's been more extreme, right? And they're breaking record after record with these wind gusts from storms that aren't even hurricanes, all right? These are hurricane force winds without a hurricane system. So this is not normal. This is not something that should be happening. And you can see here on the Texas website, it says, what role does the state of Texas assume in weather modification? All right, this is insane that they have this. And look, they have a whole thing on it. How does cloud seeding work? Frequently asked questions. Okay, you can see here, what role do they play? It says they are responsible for administering the Texas Weather Modification Act, enacted in 1967 by the Texas legislature and now codified as Chapter 301 of the Texas Agricultural Code. The act requires the agency to regulate the use of cloud seeding through a licensing and permitting procedure. So you can apply for a permit to do this weather modification and manipulation in the state of Texas. That's why there's companies doing this. That's why these random companies can just release, they were doing cloud brightening, marine cloud brightening and whitening. They were doing that in San Francisco just last month. They were releasing nanoparticulates into the air, right? And they were releasing it on a aircraft carrier. They had these giant fans that were blowing them into the air right outside the city. All right, and you can see here, what impact does it have on hail? So all these things, they know all this stuff. They know everything. They know what they're doing. They've studied it all. They've done this since 1967. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you have any family in Texas. I know that there's a lot of viewers that we have in Texas, multiple people that support the channel, all right? I know there's a supporter, Guerrilla Press, that's always supporting the channel. I hope they're safe in Texas. We have a lot of viewers there, and Louisiana. Let me know if you're down there and just check in. Let me know if you're safe. Let me know what's going on, all right? If the power's out, if you're on your phone, you still have cell phone, because a lot of times when the power's out too, the cell phone's out, okay? Because the towers are down. A lot of these towers do operate. They have backup generators, but sometimes they don't turn on right away. Sometimes they have to be activated, and sometimes they run out of fuel because there's no gas locally. So a lot of times the towers can be off, and they can have damage as well, right? You saw these transmission lines. This is insane that this is going on inside of Texas right now, right? And you can see here that the outage tracker for Center Point Energy is offline. They were showing all the different outages before, all right? Similar to this, if you click on Texas, it will show you all the different counties. I think this website's even having slowdowns as well because people are checking it right now. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Normally you can see the counties, but it's not showing you right now. But these trackers are also going down as well. So there's probably going towards 2 million people without power right now. And you can see here a tornado even hit the Wells Fargo Plaza in downtown Houston as well. So if you are on the East Coast, be prepared for these storms. They're moving through, or they've already moved through, okay? And Texas and Louisiana did get hit the hardest, but these other states are going to have problems as well. All right, we're already having power outages in North Carolina. That number could rise throughout the night. All right, so thank you guys. Make sure you're getting ready. Make sure you're staying safe. All right, please pray for Texas. Please get a generator. If you guys want to support the channel, I'll have a link down below so you can actually get pretty much the same exact generator that I have, a Champion open frame inverter generator that I've used for years, living off grid in my RV. All right, has over 5,000 hours, 5,000 to 10,000 hours. I don't even know how many hours it has because it has so many, and it's over the gauge, and it's still going. I just fired it up last week because I just get it going every month, test it out, make sure it's still running, run the gas through it, all right, let it run for a couple hours, make sure it's still producing power, and that's how you keep things going. Change the oil on it every 100, 200 hours, because that's how it is right now. These people, they could be sitting here for potentially months without power. I don't want to scare people, all right? That's not what this is about, but I'm just being realistic here. The damage that I'm seeing is in the, the pace that these repairs are. Hopefully, since it's in Texas, they might be able to get it done a little bit faster. But they have not given me hope recently on these major repairs. And think about it, this bridge just got hit as well in Texas and shut down a major port, all right, Port of Galveston. And this is right outside of Houston, all right? The Port of Galveston is right outside of Houston. If you guys didn't see my video that I posted yesterday, all right, last night, then you can check that out if you want more details on that. But Port of Houston has been shut down as well from a barge that damaged the bridge and the railway right near there, and it's been shut down. And now this is right outside of Houston, or Port of Galveston. Sorry, not Port of Houston. Port of Galveston, which is right outside of Houston, right? So hit after hit for Texas. Something's going on. This is not normal. I've never seen this happen before. It must have had a direct hit for a tornado on these power lines. That's the only way I'm seeing these lines just be knocked over like this. But even then, places all over the country get extreme winds. We've seen Category 5 hurricanes hit Florida before, all right? And I've never seen this before. Never seen these transmission lines fall over like this. So maybe this was a direct hit from a tornado. And what do you think about this weather modification program? Okay, is this normal? Did this have something to do with it? All right, or is it no big deal? I think potentially that they don't know what they're doing at all, and they're maybe making it worse on accident, or maybe there's even nefarious things going on and people taking advantage of this and making it worse on purpose. Okay, even in Santa Barbara County, California, last year they were cloud seeding that quote bomb cyclone. Do you remember that terminology that was popping up last year for the weather systems and atmospheric rivers, all that stuff for California, right? These things still happen, but it was a really big one and caused massive flooding. And they admitted in their documents that they were cloud seeding that bomb cyclone. Okay, so they could be doing this in Texas as well. So thank you guys. Please hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. It helps to get these warnings out so people know what's going on and so they're prepared. This is your warning sign, guys. You need to have your tanks filled up, your car tanks, all right? Because if you can't get a generator, then, and make sure you get an inverter if you get a generator, by the way, because the electricity is going to be dirty electricity. It's going to ruin your phone or your computer, anything like that, if you don't have an inverter. Okay, you can maybe run some power tools, things like that, that can take major fluctuations and it changes the wave of the electricity so it's compatible with your electronics, right? So it's going to damage them. Make sure you get an inverter. And your car can be used as your generator as well. Okay, you can charge your phone. You can turn the AC on because, you know, it's like the power's out, it's raining, it's dark, it's cool now. But the real trouble comes in the next few days, in the next week or two, when it's going to be 100 degrees. It's going to be 100 plus degrees in Houston, and people aren't going to have power. There's going to be no AC. Then what are we going to do? That's the even more emergency, even bigger emergency that we're going to be dealing with over the next few weeks as this gets sorted out. All right, so, and there's also been multiple casualties as well. They're saying at least 4 people from the storm. All right, so very tragic what's going on here. Pray for Texas. All right, this is a big event. Texas keeps getting hit really hard. So thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.